Dale is a powerful trooper on his own right. I don't want to go too far into the story, but my man just came back from surgery and jumped right onto the stage like nothing happened. So please give him another round of applause on top of that. Shout him out for that. And it's a sentiment that Dale, I saw immediately in our first conversation that we've had. You know, this man is literally unstoppable. And it reminds me of a story that you told and you shared with us that I'd like for you to try to share with the rest of the crowd over here and some of the friends back there in TV land. You told us a story about when you were just about to try to decide if you were going to step into this light, so to speak. You talked about you being in the airport a little bit. Can you go into that story for me?
Yeah, when I first came to New York, it was a little over 3 years ago, I was playing in the NFL, had an injury to my shoulder, but I was almost 4 years in and just bouncing around with teams, and I had really no idea what I was going to do. You know, I didn't sign a new contract. All the money I had was you know, starting to dwindle, and I got a great business opportunity that really kind of opened some doors for me. But one of the things with that, I got in bad with a bad business partner, and literally within a month, you know, I lost so much money in a deal that I was buried. I had literally nothing, to the point my family had to help me. One of my only outs was I was signed with Wilhelmina at the time, one of the only pro athletes to be signed with them while still playing. And I got a call, and my agent's like, hey, Nike wants to book you for this campaign. We'd love to have you out in New York. I was freaking out because I was like, between my rent, you know, and things with family, I was like, I couldn't even afford a plane ticket. We don't go on until right at 11:30, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're just gonna do a quick, like, kind of roundabout. Koi's never seen the space, so first time as well. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Dale Moss. So we're always doing a lot of dope things, and one of the biggest things I'm starting to do is host. And I figured it was only right I take y'all behind the scenes to one of our events. So we're partnered up with Samsung Mobile USA and my good friend Troy Brooks, Tony Vidal, Quincy Anunwa, and we are talking motivation and mindset. So we got a sick panel going on today, but first, I gotta give y'all a quick look around the space. So they host events during Fashion Week, they show a lot of tech launches, they literally do everything here. One of my favorite spots in the city. All right, so we're roped off, but let's sneak by here real quick. So this is the stage, so we're gonna be down here. We've got a sick panel again, and we're talking everything motivation, mindset. And as you can see, stage is set. And there's so much time that goes into the development of these events. You can see the whole tech room right here. 4 or 5 people manning that station the whole time. We got the drinks, all the goodies over here. Let's go to the back, and we gotta see if everyone's here. Give you an introduction to all the guests. So this is the squad.
Hey!
This is the squad. So you got
What up? Troy Brooks in the house.
Troy Brooks, Quincy,
Exactly.
Yo,
What up?
Tony and Trina.
Hi.
What up? What up?
So this is the squad. I met Tony and Troy through a Samsung event. And then I got on their podcast, Off the Strength, which you definitely got to check out. They're doing their damn thing. And Quincy was actually on my podcast. And then this is my first time meeting Trina, but I'm very excited about that. But it's all good company. Mystical.
Are we live on Dale Moss TV right now?
Nah, we're just
Say, because my DMs is going to be up. not for me, but coming off of this guy, it's like, all right.
I was telling them on the phone the other day, like, have you walked in the street with fam? Dogs, babies, men, women, everybody. It's on the guy, you know? I witnessed it. We've been working on this for a while, man. It's kind of been in the queue. Even when we met you, this was it was coming into fruition. And then as we continued, I think the pieces just kind of kept coming together and coming together and coming together. And then when we built the relationship with you, I think literally after that conversation, we were like, yo, this is it.
Yeah.
And from that moment, I was like, I think it's a good fit. Tony co-signed it immediately.
Yeah.
And that's rest is history. This is where, you know, where we are. And we're kind of creating this conglomerate of people that are like-minded.
No, it was the vibes were real. And then also too, like in the fitness space. Pardon me.
Yeah.
It's got me burping. There's very few people out there who, in my opinion, are doing it the right way.
Yeah.
And, you know, so as I said from the first time, was, you know, super appreciative, you know, for being on the show. And then just the beginning of many more things.
Yeah, man, this is a snowball.
Yeah.
This year for me personally, it's all about magic and momentum, and producing quality interactions with good people, and just building with like-minded individuals. And then once you have that component, the momentum just continues to spiral and spiral and spiral. It's like getting that snowball to the top of the hill and then pushing that shit over and just watching it work.
Yeah.
You know?
Rick Ritchie, do you know Rick?
That's my dude.
I love Rick.
Rick plugged you and me on email before I met you.
Oh,
and that's when I told you.
Yeah, that's it.
Because you were looking forward to move your podcast somewhere. And
He's going to introduce you first, and then you are going to introduce everybody, right?
Yep.
Can we? So you'll do your welcome remarks, and then welcome to the stage, Trina Morris of Breathe Bro, Quincy and Dunwhat. Like, just say everybody's, whatever your spiel is for that, and then everyone will walk out as a group.
Okay. Let me get into the drum show for a second. Turn on my tab. Okay? We sound good? All right. So we're going to get into this, a little something like this. Okay, so first things first, I want to make sure that we can...
Because the pressure of the plane.
So now, I'd like to welcome to the stage Dale Moss of the Dale Moss brand. We got Trina of Breathe Bro, Trina Morris. We got Quincy Enunwa of the New York Jets. And last but certainly not least, I know some of my friends are here to see him, a Mr. Troy Brooks. Make some noise. What's going on, everybody?
So it's crazy to think that, like, going into my 6th year, I'm a veteran now. Like, I'm an older guy in the locker room. Like Sam is 22 years old, our quarterback. And I'll tell him, like, you know, 2010, I graduated high school. He was like, bro, I was like in elementary school. He's as old as my sister, you know, and it's like, it's not that far off, but in NFL years, it's so long. Like, the average career is 3 years, you know, so I try to pass along as much as I can. I try to, everything that I'm doing off the field that I've learned, I try to make sure that these guys do that now. Don't wait till you figure out that football doesn't last forever, because every football player feels like they're invincible, feels like they can do it for the rest of their life. I want you to be better than I am. I want you to find a place where you're up on the billboards and you're doing all this other stuff. You're doing what Dale's doing, you know what I mean? You can do that. You just have to make sure that you're aspiring to do that. You can't just be like, I just want to be a football player.
When they're feeling down, when they're feeling like there's not a lot of hope going forward, what does Troy Brooks tell himself in that space?
You have the power to move, and no matter your circumstances or your setbacks, you have the ability to get up every day and move.
And I think it requires time, and I think it requires clarity and a little moment to slow down in a society and in a culture that makes us speed up so much.
I think something that is extremely important, and this is where, you know, I'm really, really focused on now in my life and career, is building a team. I think it's an art to really speak to people's core values and really get people in your corner or believing the same vision to where they're vested and they have skin in the game. But you also have to have some self-awareness and be able to take some criticism and understand that when you're building this empire, you're framing this life, it's about the bigger picture. And if other people are involved, you know, it's still got to be kind of a win-win for everyone. So you're looking at a team and a collective goal. That is the toughest thing because it requires a little bit of vulnerability. And, you know, as athletes, like, and just successful individuals, people are always pulling at you, but you can't do it alone. You know, you really can't.
You told us a story about when you were just about to try to decide if you were going to step into this light, so to speak. You talked about you being in the airport a little bit. Can you go into that story for me?
Yes. You know, I lost so much money in a deal that I was buried. I had literally nothing to the point my family had to help me. One of my only outs was I was signed with Wilhelmina at the time, one of the only pro athletes to be signed with them while still playing. And I got a call and my agent's like, hey, Nike wants to book you for this campaign. We'd love to have you out in New York. I was freaking out because I was like, between my rent, you know, and things with family, I was like, I couldn't even afford a plane ticket. So I was like, you know, I need you to make sure that the client's gonna fly me out there, and then I'll just figure it out from there. So I flew out, New York, started a campaign with Nike, everything was good, but still, I didn't know anybody out here in the city. I was like broke as shit. My first few nights, I knew that at JFK Airport, TSA shut down and it was open to everyone, and literally, I went to this little diner at JFK Airport, ordered mad amount of pancakes, smashed pancakes, stayed up all night, took a train back to the city, got up, was on Nike set shooting their new fitness campaign. And then, that only lasted for a few days, but I had a choice to say, I could use the money that I have for a hotel and, make this situation a lot harder, or I could just stack this for this next few days, and I can use this to start building a new life and a career because I was at my lowest point. And I also knew the world doesn't care. At the end of the day, you just got to figure it out. And, thankfully, since then, even in 3 years, I've been able to build a life and a career to the point, having more success even than when I was playing in the NFL.
Make some noise for this man. Beautiful. So to recap, just briefly, he bet on himself when the chips were down, right? And then when all else was going to fail, you got to make sure that you see this man getting some pancakes and put that on his plate, okay?
It's all about the pancakes.
You got to make sure that you always double down, All right, at this time, we're going to be concluding the discussion portion of our event, and we're going to start to get everybody set up with the active watch. It's time for some action, folks. If you have the yellow wristband, you're going to pick up your watches over here, and one of the amazing Galaxy members is going to help you get set up, okay?
The angle? Yeah. It was dope, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Conversation.
That was awesome.
We out here. We about to go get these legs. You see these chops? We about to put these things to work right now.
I thought we was getting that upper body and core.
Say no more. We're gonna do the upper body and core. We're gonna put this thing to work for you right now. Let's get it.
I'm gonna. Oh, I knocked this off. Yo, so that's kind of a wrap for the panel. Now we're gonna get the workout session. We got my homie Coy. What'd you think, Coy?
That's pretty awesome. I got a good isometric exercise in the squat position for a lot of it. So
he got the workout before the workout. Now we're getting the workout.
It's proactive. I beat all you to it.
So hopefully I can hold up. I had surgery yesterday. I'm feeling all right. What up, Samizi? So Samir, the homie, SYB in the building. Cheers. A man, a few words. I gotta go grab my wallet and bag. Supposed to get 108 today.
Oh god.
They were gonna have us working out outside. That's crazy.
Is that heat index or heat heat?
Heat index. I don't know, but it's hot as hell.
So we don't even get to say that it was 108. We just get to feel like it was.
We about to get it done right here in the Tonic. You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
Let the workout begin.
Get with it now. One thing, man. One of my mentors. Shout out to Pastor Carl Lentz at fucking Hillsong. He told me, simple. If you ain't helping, you ain't helping.
All right, that's a wrap. That's kind of a sneak peek on what it's like to produce an event and be a part of it. So make sure you drop a comment, make sure you subscribe to the channel and let us know what you think. My brain is fried.
For sure.
Done, son. Voila. It's just like me. The nose. We'll see how I'm feeling with all these pain meds and shit in the system. Don't touch me.
If you're crawling, crawl away, crawl in the ends. Let's go. Stay with me now.